Hello everyone. Today we are going to crochet this lucky four-leaf clover. We will be using the Tunisian crochet method. The yarn used is the 4-ply yarn from Susie's shop and a 2.5mm crochet hook. First, make a magic ring. We will use the to-loop method to start. Wrap the yarn twice around your hand first. Then pull the yarn through. Make a chain stitch first as the turning chain. Then make 8 single crochets into this ring. Beginners, please place a stitch marker on the first single crochet. Once the 8 single crochets are done, let's pull. This yarn tail, one of the loops will shrink. Then we pull the loop that just shrunk. Pull from the top of it. As you pull it, the other loop will also shrink, then pull it until it can't move. And then right after that, we pull the yarn tail so the hole is tightened completely. Then make a slip stitch into the first single crochet to connect, which is the exact stitch with the marker on it. Next, make a chain stitch to start the second round. First, make 2 single crochets in the first stitch. Then in every single stitch after that, make 2 single crochets. Work a total of 8 groups. After completing the 8 groups, make a slip stitch into the first single crochet to connect. Next, work 6 chain stitches. Once the 6 chain stitches are ready, we see the little V shape on the front of our chain. That is its main stitch. Then on its back, there is a raised strand of yarn, called the back bump. We will pick up its back bump. Pick up every single stitch. Starting from the 6th chain, the first stitch from the hook. Only pick up this raised strand on the back. Then, pull the yarn through. Now there are 2 loops on the hook. Continue to pick up the next back bump. Then pull the yarn through. Next, pick up each back bump. Pick up each back bump and pull the yarn through. This is the 5th stitch. There are now 6 loops on the crochet hook. Then we also need to pick up the very last stitch. For our 6 chain stitches, pick up the back bump of this lowest stitch. And now there are 7 loops on the crochet hook. We will then go into the same stitch where we just slip stitched, which is the first stitch, and pick up 1 more loop. Then pull through 2 loops at a time. There are a total of 8 loops right now. We will pull through 2 loops each time. Yarn over the hook and pull through 2 strands every time. Pull through 2 loops at a time until we reach the very end. And this is the first row. The first row for this single leaf is now finished. Then for the second row, make a chain stitch first. This is to add a stitch. Make a chain stitch. We pick up the back bump of this chain stitch first, and then continue to pick up the raised bars on the back from the previous row. Pick up every single stitch. Pick up 7 times in total, including the back bump from just now. That makes 4 times. 5, 6, 7. After picking up the last raised bar, we go back to the first stitch of the main body. Pull the yarn through again. Now there are 9 loops on the crochet hook. Pull through 2 loops at a time. Repeat this 8 times. Once done, we move right along to the third row. For the third row, we directly pick up this raised strand of yarn. Pick up the raised strand from the second row 7 times. Seven stitches. After picking them up, we return to the second stitch of the main body. We have worked a rows into the first stitch. Now insert the hook into the second stitch. Pull through one more loop. And now on the crochet hook. There are still 9 loops. Then pull through 2 loops at a time, repeat 8 times. Good. The third row is finished, and for the fourth row, we need to decrease a stitch. First, pick up the very first raised strand of yarn, then make a slip stitch. And right after that, pick up each raised strand once a piece. Pick up 6 times in total. After finishing the 6 stitches, go back into the second stitch. Pick up 1 more loop, then pull through 2 loops at a time. This is where the fourth row ends, after the fourth row is finished. For the fifth row, we also directly pick up this back bump here. Pick up 6 times. After the 6 stitches are worked, move to the third stitch. There are actually only 2 rows in every single stitch. And then pick up 1 more stitch in the third stitch. Then pull through 2 loops at a time until the end. Finish the 5th row. Make a chain stitch to start the 6th row. For the 6th row, first pick up the back bump behind the chain stitch, and then continue to pick up this raised strand from the previous row. Pick up 7 times. Then go back and insert the hook into the third stitch of the main body. Pick up 1 more loop, then pull through 2 loops at a time. Next is the 7th row. For the 7th row, directly pick up the back bump. Pick up 7 times. It looks so beautiful, doesn't it? Then in the 4th stitch, each leaf takes up the stitches of our work. Pick up 1 more loop in the 4th stitch. Then pull through 2 loops at a time. Next is the 8th row. We make a slip stitch first. Then pick up the previous row, this raised back bump. Pick up 6 times. And then pick up once more in that 4th stitch. Pull through 2 loops at a time. Next, we will work some slip stitches. Make a slip stitch into every single raised strand of yarn. Work 6 stitches. After completing the 6 stitches, go back into the 4th stitch. Make 1 more slip stitch. And just like that, one of its leaves. One leaf of our lucky clover is finally complete. Then make a slip stitch into the very next stitch. And then continue to repeat the exact same steps from before. To crochet 3 more groups of leaves. Right here, just directly work 6 chain stitches. Using the exact same method, let us finish crocheting the other 3 leaves. Here, slip stitch the 4th leaf until the end, which is also on the 4th stitch of this group. Make 1 more slip stitch, and then we connect it with the first stitch over here by making a slip stitch. For our leaf piece, we actually need to crochet 2 of these clover pieces, and 1 piece will be used to crochet this cord, while the other piece doesn't need it. The method to crochet both pieces is exactly the same. Now, if we are currently working on the piece that doesn't require this cord, we can just directly cut the yarn. Bring this yarn tail to the back and hide it, and that will do. Just like this one right here. Simply bring it to the back and hide the yarn tail completely. Now, let's move on to crochet the cord part for it. For the cord part, just finish the slip stitch directly. Then we don't need to connect it to the first stitch. Right after finishing the slip stitch here, on this very 4th stitch, we will start to crochet chain stitches. You can just crochet the length of the chain stitches, based on whatever length you personally need. For this piece, I have crocheted 45 stitches. Once the 45 chain stitches are completed, we can insert the hook into the first one over here. Right into this first stitch, then make a slip stitch. Next, work 1 more chain stitch and cut the yarn. For this part, I chose to cut the yarn tail off and then reattached a new piece of yarn to sew it together. You can also just leave this yarn tail quite long. Leave it a bit longer, and then simply use that long yarn tail together to start sewing it up directly from here. If we decide to use a new piece of yarn instead, then just insert the hook at any position. And if the yarn tail was left long just now, we can also just sew it together like this, with wrong side facing wrong side, back to back, and just like that. When we are sewing them together, only pick up the inner loop of the stitch, the one that is closest. This loop right on the inside. Sew by picking up only this single loop for every single stitch. Then just sew a whole circle right around it. You can start from absolutely any spot you like. If we didn't cut the yarn, we can just start directly from here. And then, the middle part here isn't very easy to see clearly. Well, let's open up this middle part a little, and then pick up that inner loop of the stitch. Leave a little bit of this yarn tail out. We will secure it with the remaining yarn tail at the very end. Just like this, sew around matching it stitch for stitch. Only pick up the inner half loop. Then sew until there is only 1 and a half all. Just 1 leaf left unsewn. We need to stuff some fibre fill inside it. No need to put too much, just enough to make it puff up beautifully. Alright, let us finish sewing this on our own. When we reach the very end, we take the 2 yarn tails and tie them into a secure knot. Then thread it through a sewing needle. Put it into the main body from here to hide it away. Just like that, a beautiful lucky Clover bag charm is completely done.